Now, when we started this interview, I asked, who is retired Brigadier Julius Maada? And your response was, a peaceful civilian, senior citizen of Sierra Leone. That goes contrary to many allegations from some of your colleagues intending to vie for the flag bearership of your party. I will name those that we've spoken to officially in this forum. When we spoke to Franklin Rogers, he said Maada lacks the potential to win the next flag bearership of the party. When we spoke to John Oponjo Benjamin, he said Maada is a violent person and he has never condemned violence in the open. When we spoke to a former member of the SLP, who is now in the APC, Robin Fale, who was considered to be a very close ally to you, he said retired Brigadier Julius Maada is the founding father of political intimidation, with all these different adjectives being used against your personality. Are you really that violent type?
I've always challenged anybody who says I'm violent to cite an instance from my school days to this point that I'm sitting here. Just cite an instance. It is easy to say you are violent. And in the court of law, you must produce evidence. Mr. John Oponjo Benjamin it's unfortunate. He's very dishonest to himself. And I've said to him, I've challenged him. I said, let's go to Kailang. I will beat you there. Or better still, let's go to Shegbema, which is your hometown. Politically, I will beat you there. So for him, he's not in this. For me, he's not even in this game. Because even Yonkala, who is the youngest political kid on the block, is going to beat him in the next election. So for me, he's not even in this game. So I can understand his anger. He's had problems with me in the past because he didn't want me to hand over. He wanted us to continue with the military dispensation. And I said to him, I am at the helm, I am handing over. If you want government, go and take over, and then you can continue. He's always grumbled about that. So he harbors a grudge for me, and he's never spared me for whatever I did, handing over. He has high affinity for power, and he thinks I have. But he forgets that I was the one who held him by his hand and brought him to public life. And that is why he's never been able. And I will challenge, and I will prove it. We even bring international people to conduct that election in the SFPP. I will beat him any day if we do it tomorrow. And I will start beating him from Shegbema, Kailang, Eastern region, and the whole country. So I can understand his grudge. Franklin will not get a vote in that. Mark my word. If he gets a vote, then take me as a national liar. He is nobody in this whole thing. And that takes me to what I was telling you. You can see the barrage of attacks I'm getting. This is an alliance. That's just, you gave me a sample of those who are attacking me. You want me to get into an alliance with me, and you say I'm violent. You cannot trace that. Violence, or the party only started to have serious problems when Mr. Oponjo Benjamin became the chairman and leader. In fact, he was chairman. Then he wanted to change the constitution so that he can become the flag bearer. And we stood up to that. And I said, on our dead body, the constitution of our party is supreme, and we are not going to allow you to tinker with it. That is another source of his anger and animosity against me. In fact, when he did not get that, he arm twisted everybody in that meeting. That is when he said, if I cannot become flag bearer, I have to be chairman and leader. Take the political leadership in addition to the administrative leadership of the party. That is how we, all the other people, UNSJA, Dr. Banya, Michael Kalong, everybody have been a simple chairman of the party. When he arrogated himself to all of these positions to himself, what he did was he took on too much. If you take political leadership and administrative leadership, what becomes of the flag bearer? A titular head? That is the source of our problem in the SRPP. He wanted to impose himself using the chairman position, and we said no. And you can see that is why as soon as he left the chairmanship, he's vying for that position, which is what he has wanted all the time, but he wanted to use a route which we refused, which we blocked, and that is why I'm public enemy number one as far as he is concerned. I can understand his anger, but I'm sorry, this is politics. I have worked on the people of our party, members of our party, and I have a track record in this country. I keep my word. When I said I was going to hand over, several people said, where have you seen a military man hand over? I relinquished power on the day I said I was going to do so, even when it was not in my personal interest, but I knew it was for the good of this country. So I am known for my word, and mark my word, I am going to clinch the leadership of the SLPP. Franklin is just a simple fly politically. That whole group is a group of politically important. You know, they cannot